Can we break the cinematic kills in Hitman 3? Let's take a look. I'm going to try and use a proximity explosive to break them. Let's start with the light rig on Paris. And that one kills us. Next up we have the kill where you can push Dahlia onto Viktor Novikov during the fireworks show. Let's start by throwing the mine down the bottom. Cutscene still plays out, but 47 gets shot at by the guard. Now we can also try the same, except this time we're going to put the mine on the railing and see if it kills 47. Both targets die as usual, but so does 47. And finally we have the mixing of the bare knuckle boxer. Even though the mine goes off and 47 is still moving, he's classed as dead. Can we break the cinematic kills in Hitman 3, Sapienza edition? First up, Silvio Crusoe's going through a bit of therapy. I don't think that's how you meant to smother people with a pillow. Also, 47 somehow survives this. Adding a propane flask gives very similar results. Next up we go to the top of the sniper tower where we can shoot from the scope. And it kills 47. Finally you can attack Silvio while he's looking at the projector. 47 dies once again and sends the curtains crazy. Can we break the cinematic kills in Hitman 3, Marco Abbiati edition? First up we can use the pen in the office, which produces some interesting results. Hey look, a levitating pen. In the words of Hagrid, you're a wizard, 47. Next up we can push him onto the church spire. A couple of options. We can first drop the explosive at the top to blow up 47. Unsurprisingly this kills him. And we can also have it on the church spire so it blows Marco Abbiati up. And this sends him straight back off the church spire. Can we break the cinematic kills of Hitman 3, Sapienza stage electrocution? We've got Marco Abbiati up on the stage and we can drop the explosive in the electric puddle to set it all off. Quite the stage dive there. During testing I found another fun thing that happens if you shoot the electricity while standing where the camera would see you. You can just see 47 stood there in that pose without a gun. And finally we have the grand finale. What happens if 47 sets off the electrocution while standing in the puddle? Marco gets electrocuted and 47 is just going through a death loop animation. I think we broke him. Can we break the cinematic kills of Hitman 3, Craig Black edition? First up we have the return of the pen kill. You'd think it'd act the same as the last one. This time we have the full animation playing out, with floating pen and all, and after that is when 47 decides to die. The rest of this will revolve around the crypt elimination. If we drop it out a distance and then do the photo, Craig Blackall looks very concerned, even on his face. The detonation will go off and all the guards will move around, but Craig Black still carries on. If we instead put the explosive right next to us and then do the photo, well, it's going to cause some interesting things to happen. The screen goes to black, and the game is also officially soft-locked. You can push whatever buttons you want and nothing will happen. You can tell the game is still running though, because the guards will be trying to fire at 47 with nothing happening. Can we break the cinematic kills of Hitman 3, Klaus Strandberg edition? First up we have the moose drop, which can produce a couple of different results. If you drop it at the right time, 47 survives. However, if you leave dropping the moose to the last second, 47 will die. That is after the cutscene and the moose plays out.
Target down.
Finally we have the massage table kill, and while it doesn't have a cutscene so to say, it does have an interesting result. Body flies off the massage table and 47 falls through the floor. Breaking the cinematic kills of Hitman 3, Razor's A Down edition. First up we have my favourite kill of the game, dropping a toilet on him. Firstly we can stick the explosive to the toilet, which will not only kill the target but also the guards around him. or we can drop the explosive at the top, which will kill 47 and make the target survive. There is also the print machine elimination, where if the explosive is dropped and the target's pushed in, the explosive will go off and kill 47 and stop the cutscene in its tracks. Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, Marrakesh Night Edition. Firstly, we have the one where you drop the light fixture into the water. If you put the explosive down and pull the lever before it goes off, the cutscene will play out as usual and 47 will survive. However, if you leave pulling the lever to the very last minute, you'll hear the death cutscene start to play, and once the cutscene's finished playing, 47 will then die. Finally, we have the fortune teller cutscene. If you manage to get the cutscene to start before the explosion goes off, the animation plays out, but 47's actually dying. Can we break the cinematic kills of Hitman 3? Bangkok Part 1 Edition. Firstly, we can play the drums in the mission story, and if we put the bomb in the middle, it'll still play out the cutscene of 47 sitting down, but he'll somehow sit in the drum. If we place the bomb on top of the drum, then 47 will sit down, get blown up, and die. Finally, something fun happens if 47 dies while he's holding an object. In this instance, the guitar. If he gets blown up, he dies, and he's still holding the guitar. Breaking the cinematic kills of Hitman 3, Bangkok Part 2 Edition. We can start with the cinematic where we push Jordan Cross over the balcony. If we have the explosive on the floor, when he falls through and lands, the explosive will blow up, interrupting the cutscene. Placing the explosive on the glass that Jordan lands on will interrupt the cutscene because 47 dies in the blast radius. Finally, we have the cutscene where you swap the mic out. It turns out if 47 takes the mic off, he dies as he's holding the stand, without a microphone to replace it. Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, Colorado Part 1 Edition. First we have the small cutscene with the watch explosion. You can hear the explosion going off where the bomb drops, however 47 survives it. Next up, there's a monitor in one of the sheds which allows you to look through into the prisoner's cell. If you drop a bomb and go into the view, even though you don't hear it, the explosion goes off. However, somehow 47 survives it as well. Finally, we have a small cutscene where we can scan the masks to get into the underground bunker. 47 dies from the bomb, and you get to see it from the camera view. Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, Colorado Part 2 Edition. The main part of this one's going to be around the final part of the mission where you find the bunker and all the intel on the walls. This plays out a long cutscene where you look at the intel. Placing an explosive down and letting it go off, 47 survives it. 47 surviving this means we can also do some interesting stuff with the guards if we lure them down. From the blood on the wall we can tell he's taken a lot of damage, but he's completely unfazed by it. Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, Hokkaido Edition. Starting with the Jason Portman cutscene, if you put the explosive on the floor next to the chair, it interrupts the cutscene and 47 dies. However, weirdly, if we put the explosive on the chair and 47 sits on it, 47 will survive, and it will auto-complete the cutscene. Finally, we have the heart destruction cutscene, and if you drop the explosive and start off the cutscene, the explosion goes off and 47 survives, and the heart technically dies by the explosion.
No hope of getting a second right.
Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, Yuki Yamazaki Edition. Firstly, we have the cutscene where we can shut her in a sauna. If we place the explosive down, it will go off, and the door will get burst open. Another weird occurrence happens if someone comes out the door and you try and close it. The door just doesn't exist apparently, and we can watch a dude just collapse in the sauna. Finally, we have the yoga kill where we can push her off the edge of the yoga balcony. If we push her off, 47 will die and Yuki's body will fly. Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, Eric Soda's Edition. Firstly, we have the stem cell cutscene where we can inject the poison stem cells into him. Placing the explosive in the surgery theatre and then activating the cutscene causes the surgeon to run out and get blown up. It doesn't interrupt the cutscene, but there's a quite nice launch there. Next up, we have the cutscene where we start activating the defibrillator. If you activate the cutscene and look in the top corner, the explosion goes off and 47 survives. And finally, there's the grand reveal cutscene where 47 goes to him in his suit and reveals his identity. The explosion goes off and 47 survives, as well as the target. Breaking the cinematic cutscenes of Hitman 3, I Missed Some Edition. Returning to Paris, we can dress up as Helmut Kruger and get our makeup applied. If we put an explosive on the seat and it blows up, 47 dies and sits on the chair before going flying. Placing the mine further away causes the stylist to get startled and run away. This cutscene now is about 10 times speed, and the cutscene only finishes when the stylist returns. Finally, we have the cutscene of 47 walking the runway. If we walk forward into the bomb at the end, it'll blow up in the cutscene. 47 will carry on walking, but the death sound will play anyway.